Been a pretty tough week for the weather here. It's been a solid week of below zero temps, and I'm just going stir crazy, and I gotta get back out to the shop. So fired up the heater, and I'm just gonna do a real quick, easy build this time. Got some oak and some hard maple. Knock a little something out. Try to keep busy, keep the fingers from freezing. Let's build it. This stock's coming in at about 2.5 inches in width. Just to keep this as simple as possible, I'll do a square off cut, and I'll take all of my measurements off of this initial cut. So I'm making this first piece at 2.5 inches. Since that's the width, this is going to be the length I'm going to make this first piece at. And then the second piece, I'm going to double it. Make this one at 5 inches in length. And then the third piece, I'm going to triple it. Go 7.5 inches for the length. And the fourth piece, you guessed it, gonna quadruple it, go 10 inches in length. And here we have our cut pieces. I just stopped at 4 because I felt like it, I guess. Now what we're gonna wanna do is find center on this first one. And we'll wanna find center on one end of all the additional ones. Just like that. Now we'll go ahead and give all these a center punch quick. Going to be using a 1.5 inch Forstner bit to drill these out here. I'm going to be going down right in the neighborhood of 3/8 of an inch, a little bit shy than a 1/2 inch. The actual tealights I got spec'd out for these are right in that ballpark, but you may want to measure your tealights up to see exactly how deep or shallow you need to go. And then on over to kiss these with a random orbital sander a little bit. Get all the faces and the sides all nice and smooth using 120 grit paper here. Don't want to go anything too awful fine. I want kind of a good surface to really soak up that finish still. And over to the router table to finish these out here. Going to be using a 1/4 inch round over bit to soften up all the edges on these pieces. Going pretty deep on that round over bit, and going to do the tops and the bottoms of these. I was thinking about just doing the bottoms, but I don't think it would really panned out too well with the way these are going to be oriented. So figure I better do tops and bottoms, and we'll give it a go and see exactly how it turns out. Did a quick little sanding touch up on the edges after that router table visit, so let's go ahead and get a coat of lacquer on these. I'll go ahead and let those dry, flip them over, hit the other side, and see what we end up with here. Got these all dried up, and here we go. Just a simple little tea light holder. Nothing overly fancy, but let's take a look at it a little closer here. Like I say, this is pretty basic, not overly fancy, but it does allow you to kind of mix and match your design exactly how you want to do it, how you want to orient it. You can even go something like this. And keeping the measurements based off this initial square piece just makes it a lot faster and a lot less of a headache to scale these out to even a half dozen or more of them if you like. I was thinking it would be kind of neat to maybe do magnets, but I actually scaled these to do actual tea lights instead of the LED ones. And I'm not real comfortable with the amount of weight that could shift around to do magnets with actual live burning candles. LEDs would be fine, but for this, not too much of a fan. And while this is drying, this is such a quick project, I did go ahead and do another set out of the same wood. I just wasn't completely sold on the roundovers that I did. So with this set, I just did a hand roundover just with some sandpaper and a sanding block. A little bit less of an effect. I'm not exactly sure which one I like more as far as the edge finishing. I don't know. They're both nice. This one just seems to be a little blockier, a little less curvy than this one over here. Let me know in the comments which one, which roundover profile you like. If you like the actual router table roundover or just a basic sanding block hand sand roundover. And that's going to wrap it up for this project. Thanks for sticking it out with me. And again, let me know which roundover you like better in the comments, whether it's the router table roundover or just the hand sanding with the sanding block. And don't forget, sometimes we get lost in this whole YouTube craziness of making something to sell and making a huge profit, but simple things like this, sometimes it's more about just getting out and making something just to do it. Thanks for watching.